I recently made a video revisiting the TV show Happily Ever After to see if it still holds up after all these years. The conclusion that I came to was, meh, kinda, not really. Happily Ever After is like that hot grandma. Sure, she's old and all wrinkly, but you would still tap that. But in that video, I mentioned another TV show, Crashbox. Now that is the main reason why I got my ass up every morning as a kid to tune in into HBO Family. For my fractured memory of youth, I remembered learning a lot from that show. Though sadly the years have not been good in my memory, so I'll have to rewatch Crashbox to give a better description and give my thoughts about it effectively. This time around, to save time and my sanity, I will watch a handful of episodes instead of the entire thing, since the show doesn't have a linear story arc, if I remember correctly. So yeah, give me a couple of minutes and I'll get right back to y'all. Crashbox first aired in 1999 and ended in 2000, which they were able to release 2 seasons in that one short year lifespan. If you have no idea what Crashbox is, then imagine a sleep-deprived schizophrenic and someone with high-functioning autism came together to create a show that, if watched while stoned, would cause a person to go into a panic attack. That, my friends, is Crashbox. But in all seriousness, Crashbox is an educational TV show for kids. Each episode contains 7 games that challenges the brain of a child. From math problems to word riddles, they really have it all in this little computer. From within this computer lies a capitalist's wet dream. An entire factory of probably underpaid robot workers fly and grind their way through multiple mechanical arms. The sole purpose of these robots are to keep the facility fully operational and produce green game cartridges that serves as a way to play the various mini games of the show. I think one of the main reasons why I liked the show so much was the setting, since it reminded me a lot of the droid factory in Geonosis from Attack of the Clones. Also, I fucking love robots. Now here's the moment of truth. After watching Crashbox, did I like it? Do I think it aged well since its original release? Folks, from the intro alone, it felt like I went back in time when things were a lot simpler. I had a big smile on my face the entire time watching the very first episode. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that I still love the show, and Crashbox absolutely still slaps even after all these years. Finally, nostalgia did not fail me this time. Unlike Happily Ever After, you can tell that a lot of love and effort was put into creating this fever dream of a show. Crashbox's greatest strength is its writing. I thought it was gonna be some cookie-cutter Dora the Explorer bullshit where they ask the most obvious questions and stare at you for an eternity before they give you the answer. But Crashbox, on multiple occasions, had me stumped on their clever puzzles. There were some games where they have some random-ass shit that a child definitely would not know, like how many innings there are in a baseball game, or how many lakes there are in Michigan, and they don't wait for you either. They give you like 5 seconds to solve it. I think my favorite game was the riddle game with the snake. One of the riddles was, where was Solomon's temple located? And I started to think real hard on what that answer could be. Then they gave the answer, which was on his forehead. And I couldn't stop laughing for a good minute. That shit was fucking clever. Oh, and let's not forget the animation of Crashbox, a mixture of stop motion, claymation, 2D, puppetry, and some real life elements to serve to bring to life the quirky antics of the little robots in games. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think my interest for stop motion animation probably came from Crashbox. Crazy how I'm just now realizing this. To my relief, Crashbox is a charming and clever show that balances the educational value and entertainment value effectively, with treating its audience as able-minded individuals instead of brainless blobs of flesh. Crashbox was able to cultivate a show that will last the test of time. Why did the show only have a lifespan of a single year? I have no idea, but I definitely would be down to watch new episodes if they decided to bring it back. Even though the show made me feel stupid at times, I will always look back at Crashbox with great fondness. Even more now that I reminded myself of the unexpected genius behind Crashbox. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, for now.